Okay, so we're going to get started. Welcome to our webinar, Save Time, Energy, and Resources while Rebranding with Beefree. While this webinar does have a focus on rebranding, this will really be useful for anyone who is looking for a solution to just simplify the everyday email creation process, and as well as your collaboration across teams and clients. Just a little bit about the agenda. First, we'll cover the why behind the Beefree evolution. Then Luana will guide us through a live demo on the Beefree features that allowed us to cut our email rebranding efforts from weeks to days, really. Then Sam will hit us with another live demo, how a non-graphic designer uses Beefree to support the sales team. Then I'll talk a little bit more about our recent Beefree connector releases. And at the end, we'll have a live Q&A as always. Sorry, there we go. Okay, so just a brief introduction about who is on the panel. Today we have Luana. As I mentioned, this is the first time she's here with us. She's one of our amazing graphic designers here at Bee. Before that, she was a member of our design community and created dozens of our email and landing page templates. So if you're an avid user of those, you've probably seen her face around. During the evolution, her job was to rebrand all of our email assets, and we'll go a little bit into that later. Then we have Samantha. She is a social media specialist, and she is really the glue that keeps us all together. Samantha's responsibility here involves a lot of collaboration and communication across different departments, like sales and CX. And during the rebrand, she supported the sales team specifically in the creation of their sales proposals and sales assets inside of Beefree. And of course, I'm your host. My name is Emily, and I'm the content specialist here at Bee. During the rebrand, one of my responsibilities included ensuring that the copy and all of our email communications were in adherence to our brand voice and tone. So I really worked closely with Luana and other departments inside of Beefree to ensure that. Okay, so I want to take us back to the start on how Bee became Beefree. Bee really stood for the best email editor, and if you use our tool, you'll know that this is in fact true. But you also know that we offer landing pages, and of course are the largest catalog of email and page templates in the market. And if you happen to be a free SDK customer that sneaked in here, by the way, if you know what Beefree SDK is, our embeddable content creation toolkit, but you'll know that we offer so many more other solutions. Some of them being what's on the screen, so file manager, content service API, template catalog API, etc. So besides having to compete with one of the most well-loved insects in the world, we knew that we had evolved and Bee was no longer just an email editor, and we wanted a name that embraced that. So that's when our journey began. And by like journey, I actually just mean we looked at our domain beefree.io and finally decided that we would give in to what most of our customers already called us. Obviously more went into that, but I won't bore you with those details. Beefree was really a natural choice for us since our inception. Jesus. We have been guided by the idea of freedom and empowering everyone with the freedom to design with no limits. Embracing Beefree was really a reaffirmation of our commitment to you, to continue to innovate and create tools that free you up to do your best work. So yeah, as you can see, we didn't stray too far away from the original branding. We really tried to keep the essence of our brand. Okay, so as I mentioned, we will be talking a little bit about what the scope was for Luana's email rebranding journey. So we have, oh my God, sorry. So we rebranded over 100 emails spread over a dozen sequences. So that included onboarding, transactional, in-person, and online events. Then we had to swap out links and logos, which luckily for us, Twitter or X decided to rebrand around the same time. So we kind of did everything in one go. And then ensure all of our other teams and assets were on brand. So for Sam, for example, sales. And this was just for email marketing. For a small team like ours, we're a marketing team of 9 now. So saving time and freeing up Luana to work on other things was really essential. What we learned is that no matter how big or small the efforts may seem, they are all time consuming and have a huge impact on productivity. But yeah, let's kick things off with Luana.
Okay, so
nope. All right, some technical difficulties. Here we go.
Thank you, Emily, and everyone. So now I'm going to show you a little bit of what was the creation journey of all our new emails for the rebrand, and specifically the feature of Beefree that helped me the most. So now I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so let's start. So one of the features that helped me with the rebrand was for sure the ability to work and create unique workspaces. So a workspace in Beefree is more than a container that can give you another way to organize your design. This allowed me to start creating all the new content, as you can see in the left panel, in a new workspace, while we were still using the old brand communication. These two workspaces also have different style setting. This helped us to avoid confusion between our old email with the old brand and all the new content we were working on. So once the dedicated rebranded workspaces were created, one of the key steps was to use this amazing feature that maybe you know, maybe you don't, but now I'm going to share with you this secret. And I'm talking about the advanced style kit. So as you can see, with just one click, I was able to set all the needed style. And I'm talking about all the new typography, titles, subtitles, paragraph, and other components such as the CTA, list, spacer, dividers, social icon, and much more. So based on my personal experience, benefit of setting all the styles before are, first of all, an easier and faster way to work. I personally really love the fact that I was able to set everything up at once before I started working on emails. Second, the save of time. So once I set up the styles here, I didn't have to do it again and again for each single emails. And last but not the least, in this way, we have no room for errors. We are about 15 people across different teams using the same workspace in Beefree. So having all the styles already set up by us, the designers, guarantee on-brand designs without any kind of errors, even if you are not a designer. So having set up the workspace here, I was able to start creating all our new internal emails. And I'm talking about our onboarding series, welcome series, transactional set. And now I'm gonna start creating an email from scratch, and I'm gonna show you the benefit of having all the styles already set in the advanced style kit, in adding to another feature that I personally, I'm obsessed with, and I'm talking about the Saved and Sync row. So now I'm in this folder here in the same workspace, and I'm gonna start creating an email from scratch. So, as you can see, having already set up the styles in the advanced style kit, if I drag and drop a title, subtitle, a paragraph, and a CTA here, everything is already on brand. So you don't need to put much effort on creating a new email from scratch. The saved row were useful to me in saving instead some row that I would have to recreate in other emails. It's ideal, for example, if you want to create a reuse row with a specific layout structure. So a sort of row model. For example, for this specific email, I want to add this 2-column row and then this row with some of our connector logos. So, it's really, it's really easy to create an email on brand. And lastly, for the footer and the header, I save the content as sync row. So sync row, it's essentially the possibility to edit elements in a saved row and see those changes reflected in the old emails and pages when that row is used. So fast job to be done. By doing this, so by saving the footer and the header as sync row, when I got the final links to add inside the footer, because as you know, we did also a new website, all I had to do was to apply the changes to the sync row, and magically it updated all the emails having the same footer with just one click. And we are talking about more than 100 emails. So I think if I didn't have this functionality in Beefree, I would most likely taking a couple of hours to update all these email manually. And finally, I can say that collaboration through comments on Beefree really helped us to speed up the process of finalizing new content and layout. When it comes to working in a team, it's essential and crucial to make sure that everyone in the team can collaborate. So during this big project, during this big journey, we relied a lot on the commenting feature to share feedback and make all the needed changes before exporting all the emails and testing them. So, for example, now Emily is co-editing the email, and if I need her help, for example, I can add here a comment to her and leave a message. The right content in this perspective. And that's it. So now you can see that collaboration through comments is a really essential and crucial feature in Beefree to speed up the process of finalizing a new design. And before passing back the microphone to Sam, I can show you the key feature that I would suggest to all content creators working on Beefree. So first of all, workspaces. So workspaces are an amazing way to organize your design and really help you to avoid confusion between all the email communication that you need to work on. The advanced style setting feature that really help you to save time and guarantee on-brand design without any error. Even if you are not a designer, it's really easy to start creating an email from scratch and be totally on brand. And lastly, with saved and sync row, you can now do the job faster than before and save your time for more exciting projects. Now I'm gonna leave the stage to Sam, who will go through the creation of a new workspace and will show you other amazing Beefree features. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. So as Emily mentioned, I collaborated a lot with other teams and departments within Beefree to make sure that everybody was able to be up and running as soon as we flipped the switch on our rebrand. So one of the things is, while we were preparing for our rebrand, we were also planning for some trade show appearances at the same time. We actually had two going down, one in Massachusetts, that was the Inbound HubSpot conference, and one in California for the SaaStr, which is a SaaS company conference at the exact same time. So as part of this, our team had to completely rework all of our demo environments for these conferences while ensuring that the ones in our old B brand were untouched because they were still being used up until the moment we switched to Beefree. This entailed creating 2 brand new workspaces, one for Beefree and one for Beefree SDK, as well as numerous sample emails and pages to showcase our products in action, and the pages that our sales teammates use to create proposals and house our onboarding process. So utilizing workspaces, as Luana showed, it allows us to preset different brand guidelines, house specific saved row assets and templates relevant for that specific audience, and create specific user permissions within each workspace. Other companies, such as agencies and universities who may have numerous teams with various branding guidelines within the overall one, also love the structure that is afforded to them by our different workspaces. So I am going to actually share my screen now. So when I built out these new workspaces, you can start with the add a new workspace, and we're just going to call it demo. You can actually copy over all of the settings already from something pre-existing. So as you can see, it copies over our templates, our row categories, our saved rows, any of our merge tags, special links, and then the general settings, but also our entire advanced style kit. So we are just going to copy, and as you can see, it says imported. I do want to add Luana and Emily into space so that they can hop in case anything's needed. And then as you can see, our entire advanced style kit has already been done completely without me having to go in and manually update it. But for the record, it does take about 8 minutes to go in and build the advanced style kit from start to finish. So even if you have to manually do it, if it's the very first time, it really isn't a heavy lift to make sure that everything is on brand. So copying a workspace's settings does copy over all templates and saved rows, but it doesn't copy over any of the content itself. So if you go into projects, as you can see, there's nothing existing right now. What I'm going to do is I want to replicate a design that existed in a previous workspace. So I'm going to utilize its import link. This copies over the design without actually touching the other instance of it. So this way, any change I make here won't affect the other one, but I have the pre-existing content and structure as something to work off of. This way, we can use that existing framework without accidentally altering the existing design, but only updating the styles of each to match the relevant brand standards. So let me show you how we also use sync and save rows to add additional resources quickly for our sales team. So I'll hop into the project, and then actually I will go into, as Luana showed, go into saved rows. Oops, sorry, must be sales enablement. And as you can see, I actually built a saved row that's a completely placeholder. So I will just drag it in. It has the existing format exactly where I need it. So I can change the image as needed, which is super easy to upload. We'll grab this guy right off my desktop. Insert that, easily switch to the new placeholder. Then I can go ahead and just copy and paste the exact text exactly where I need it. It pastes directly in that predefined brand style, so I don't have to go in and manually change fonts or alignment, anything like that. And as you can see, this entire section was built out in realistically 30 seconds of work. So when it comes to changing all of that, it really saves a lot of time and makes it so that you can go in and change an entire document or add multiple things in very little lift, which is great for a really small marketing team. Then I'm going to save this new row as a synced row. So save as new. And I'm going to save this as a synced row so that it'll automatically be linked in every occurrence within this workspace where it exists. This way, if I need to update the copy or the image, I update it once within the library and it's updated every other place. So the other great thing that I really love is our internal comment section. So as Luana showed, if you're working within one specific feature, instead of having to message somebody on Skype or Teams or Slack or whatever you guys use, you can go directly in here and say, Luana, can you make sure this image is approved? she'll get an immediate notification both in-app and via email, and she can go in and jump. This way, I won't confuse her. If I left a comment that's like, hey, I'm leaving this here for reference, but we don't need this changed. That way she's not confused either by having to reference multiple project management places back and forth. It's all directly housed within it. Now, when a design's ready for review, you can also utilize the internal email review for approval feature. So same thing, you don't have to jump back and forth between different project management softwares. You can just go directly in this and ask for review. So I can go ahead and say, Emily, can you review this? And as you can see, the status of this has automatically been updated to awaiting review. This way, I don't accidentally send it or say that it's approved for our sales team to use because it just hasn't been approved yet. But Emily can go in, she can manually update it. This yellow will change to green. And as soon as that's done, I know it's ready to be sent out. So let's go ahead and review my 3 favorite Beefree features that I used while working with the sales team. So I love the Workspace Quick Start. It allows you to copy over a Workspace's advanced style kit and the saved templates and rows, ensuring that your content is on brand and also leverages what's been created. So you don't have to go in and build the same aspect over and over again. The import link, it allows you to copy a design over from another workspace without affecting the original instance of that design. It's also great for universities with multiple departments to share content. Maybe there's a newsletter framework you really like. It's just another great way to get those templates back and forth. And then your view for approval. You don't have to jump between tools. We all know how frustrating it can be to maybe go between Trello, Asana, that Slack message, that email that person sent you that one time 3 months ago. This way, it's all right within Beefree for all-in-one approval and status labels. This way, nothing is published before it's approved. Okay, I know I said 3, but I actually have 4. The 4th feature I really like is all of our connectors. Emily, could you tab over?
Okay, so sorry about the connection issues and about the mic issues. Hopefully, it's a lot better. But thank you, Luana and Sam, for the live demos. As Sam mentioned, we have our connectors. If you are unfamiliar with these are sending platforms that you can connect directly into your Beefree account so that you can easily export emails. And we have some new connectors that I'm really excited about. So first we have Viva Vault, which it's now out of beta. It's a cloud enterprise content marketing platform widely used in the life sciences and pharmaceutical industries. Next, we have the platform that almost 400 of you requested, and it is Marketing Cloud Engagement. So Pardo. Account engagement is a marketing solution with great automation capabilities made for higher education, nonprofits, and agencies. And then we have Braze. Braze is a SaaS engagement platform used especially by email marketers to enhance their multi-channel marketing efforts. We currently have a page up on our website for Marketing Cloud Engagement if you would like some more info. And the Viva Vault and Braze web pages will be coming out soon. So once again, thank you, Luana, and I'm sorry about my minimal tech issues, but I'm opening up the stage for any questions regarding any of the tools or anything that our team has discussed here today. And please leave all questions in the question box, and we will answer them.
And yes, for those of you asking, a recording of this webinar will be sent out to both attendees and people who registered but weren't able to make it, and it'll also be available on our website right away.
Awesome. So I hope there's minimal questions because we answered almost everything. Can we put videos in drop-in? Can you elaborate a little bit on what
Are you referring to our video widget within the email design and landing page design? So we do have a video widget here. You can go ahead and drop that in wherever you want, or I should say a video content block. I don't know why it's not dropping in for me right now, but.
Oh, you need to add a row.
There we go. So you can use a YouTube or Vimeo URL for the preview image. So yeah, we support YouTube and Vimeo URLs with the video widget or content block.
Also, we had a comment from Ty about looking how to change the colors in your templates to match our brand. So if you want to do a short demo of that, Sam, hopefully you are familiar with the style settings feature. We'll be adding a little bit more information on that on our replay in case you missed it email. But Sam, if you just want to do a small demo on that.
So the customer won't need to download your video in order to play it. Yeah, so as Alana showed, we do have 2 levels of styles that we can delineate. So this is our more general style guide, which is for free and team plans. And then the advanced style kit, I believe, is enterprise only. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you can go in, predefine, all of the colors on your color palette, any typography, spell that out, predefine your email design, your page design, the width, all of your fonts. And then if you wanted to go in and start from an existing template, that is something in our library. Let's say template catalog. Let's say we wanted to use this and switch everything over to our branded styles. It's actually pretty quickly now that you've pre-built everything into your style guide menu. So whenever you click into your different row settings, you can just change the content area background. As you can see, the color palette's right here. So we can go ahead and update that. You can, go ahead and update the font to whatever you've predefined for yourself. You can change the link color to match your branded information, all of that. So it's actually pretty easy to go ahead and switch over an existing template to what your brand looks like.
Yeah. Another question, sorry, I think at this point you should probably just leave the demo. How to deliver email directly from Beefree. Do you just want to really quickly show the connector? I think in ours it's going to be HubSpot is our go-to.
Yeah, so it's, as you can see, there's this export function. You can download the HTML and the images if that's a connector that if you're using something that we don't have a direct connector for by any chance, or maybe you just like to use the HTML to begin with. You can copy the HTML if you would like, download the PDF. This is used a lot by agencies if they want clients to go in and mark up and review it, but maybe the client doesn't have access to Beefree. Or you can push to your setting system. So as you can see, here's all of the connectors that we already support. There's 18 here, and our team is always looking to add more and better support you guys. So if you do have any suggestions, definitely let us know using this box. Nothing is linked here, but you can export, sign into your Google account, and then it's like 4 clicks from there, and it populates directly into wherever you go. In HubSpot, it populates into your templates folder. I believe the same for Viva Vault and a few others, but then you can go directly in your platform, set up any data and tracking information that you potentially want. But all of the links, images, UTMs, fonts, everything that you create for this email, this is exactly how it's going to appear wherever you send it over.
Great. So Michael, Randall, if you are still in the call, we would love to know if we answered to your agenda for today of looking for more info on how to use Beefree. And yeah, any more questions? Challenges for Leonardo. Some of the challenges while you were rebranding were definitely working with a small budget and team. So as I mentioned, our marketing team is a team of 9, we only have 2 designers that work on all of our marketing assets, and then Andrea works on our website. So we are definitely a small team. The good thing about Beefree is that it has 3 different plans depending on the level of support that you need. So we have a free plan that is available free forever. Then we have a team plan, which is really beneficial for growing teams with still a small budget. So, and then we have our enterprise team for larger teams who need some more customized and support.
So as you guys can see, Emily went ahead and approved this. So it is showing that it's approved and ready to be sent out. I do want to show you one other really cool thing that I don't think we touch upon probably as much as we should, but it's the ability to actually generate a landing page from an email that you've designed in literally one click. So it takes your existing design, transfers it to a landing page. As you can see, it says our landing page was successfully generated from this email. So it uses that existing design. You can tweak it. Maybe you need to remove a link, make sure something's aligned slightly differently on mobile. And then either we can host it for you guys, or you can actually push it to HubSpot and host it through HubSpot. So that's another really good way for small teams to be able to save time and make sure that everything's on brand. I'm so glad to hear that you use this function a lot and that it's giving you a lot of time.
Yeah, our templates are a really great place to start. Also, if you just need to create emails faster, or if you would like a solid layout to start with, and then add your brand or your client's brand unique branding. Jeez. So for workspaces is for enterprise only. I know we talked a lot about that, but in each workspace, you can have unique branding settings that meet each of your different clients' needs.
So in addition to that, yeah, you can actually define those connectors specifically for each workspace. So maybe you're an agency where one of your clients uses HubSpot, one of your clients uses MailChimp. You can actually go in and connect them directly one by one for each client.
There was a question in the chat for the free plan. Is there any limit to the design? Massimo answered, no, but there is a limit in how many you can export in a month. So you can export 6 emails and landing pages per month. So it's definitely for like small designers or like small teams who email marketing is not like a really big priority, or was just not necessary, but it's really helpful to get you started. And then we had another question in the chat. Can you put in multiple people for approvals?
So yes, as you can see here, I added both Luana and Emily for approval. It'll send them both a notification, and the status update will not change until they've both gone in and approved it.
Yeah. And for workspaces, once again, you can have different admin roles and user roles in each workspaces as well to make sure like who actually can give approval, which helps with organization and just control. Dan's going to show that.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys have burning questions? Now's the time. We're just deep diving on Beefree here. So let us know if there's anything else completely unrelated to this too that you have a question for.
Yeah, so Andrea just put in the chat also our plans and pricing pages so that you can see all of the different features and price levels of our plans. I will also add that into the email for anyone interested in learning a little bit more about what our different plans entail. Janet asked, will we ever have the ability to move our content into different folders? which is a good question. Maybe someone in the product team in the chat can answer that. Massimo has got her back. Okay, great. Any last minute questions? This webinar is coming to a close. Thank you so much for everyone who has stuck around and dealt with, again, my very slight technical issues. I hope that this webinar was helpful for everyone and that you were able to see just a little snippet of what Beefree can do for you and how it can really become an everyday solution. I know that we put a focus today on our rebrand, but it really is a tool that we use every single day, and it does help us collaborate. We are advocates for it, and we're not just being biased. It is pretty cool. So I hope that you give it a try. Start for free and upgrade as you grow, and look forward to the replay. We'll have some more resources in there, and thank you so much.